have been stymied in our efforts to search Clark's laboratory. Captain Stokes let out a search patrol, and he let all us supplicants tag along. But it wasn't enough to deter the native war party that ambushed us.
Well, that sucks.
Stokes slipped the trap late for him, leaving us four to stand in his stead. Now we await intelligence of our captors and some sign of our fate.
Well, isn't this a fine turn of events?
So now I'm stuck in this place. I guess I've just been like imprisoned by crazy Indians. Kind of funny, they think they are giving an inch while they are the stranger and they are the native. I have to try and get out of here. We'll have to see what we can do. How come, aren't we missing someone? We're missing the dude with the purple jacket. Why is he not in here with us? Did they put him somewhere else? That's a bit suspicious, don't you think? It's a bit weird.
Dried corn. At least we won't starve.
If that's all there is, starving might be preferable.
It's quite ornate. Brightens the place up, I suppose.
It is noble to find beauty in dark moments, but perhaps not so very useful.
Yeah, not so very useful. So did they take all my items? I've still got pick locks. Lock picks even. Pick locks. Words. What is happening? I don't even know. That's me being, I'm a bit tired today, so that would probably be why. Yeah, so I got lock picks here, so couldn't I just use those on the door to get out? Why did they not search my items? That's a bit weird.
Hey, Jake?
Miss Leger?
You seem to be at ease. Is he at ease? I don't know.
Making yourself comfortable?
Not really. His bench is hard as a rock. Could do with some back support, too. But it's as good a place as any to think of a way out of here.
Have you thought of a way to escape? I think this is going to be up to me. I'm surprised they didn't take your fancy hat. Yeah, my tinfoil hat. Very important. I would have thought they would have taken the lockpicks first, though.
Had any ideas for escaping yet?
You'll be the first to know, I assure you.
Did you manage to see what became of Captain Stokes?
No, I was a mite preoccupied. But I'm inclined to take the fact that he's not in here with us as a favorable sign.
Do you think so? I don't know about that. Do you think he escaped or something?
Surely a fellow of daring do like yourself has been in a predicament like this before?
More times than I can count.
How do you manage to get free?
Well, you gotta understand, every situation's different. Easiest way's usually bribing a guard, but sometimes you gotta get creative. Well, there's one time but no, that wouldn't work here.
Why not?
'Cause I'd need a few things, and coming by them in here will be next to impossible.
If you've got a plan, it's at least worth trying.
I reckon you're right. Main thing I need is something pliable, like wax or soft wood. Then something sharp to shape it with. And finally, some shiny material. Metallic looking would be best. Find me those things, we might be in business.
So I guess this is my task. Something waxy, something metallic, and something to shape it with. Okay. That might be quite difficult, but I guess we'll have to see. I guess they didn't pat you. Yeah, they didn't pat us down and search our objects, I guess.
I'll leave you to your thoughts.
Maybe they were just in a hurry or something. Let's search these little vases.
Completely empty.
That's a shame.
Must be for storage.
Okay, what else is there around here? Can we search these little baskets?
Empty.
For now.
For now? What is that supposed to mean? Okay, there's gotta be something here for me to take, right? Okay, I just took something. I don't know what it is. Is it butter?
A block of soap.
Oh,
Now,
soap.
if only I had some water.
Okay.
Smells like lye.
Alright. I need some water from somewhere. I don't know where I'm gonna get that, but okay. Let's look at these vases over here.
I suppose all of these were made here. Quite a collection.
Yeah, there's a bunch of pottery around. They must be into that, I guess. Let's just try the lockpick on the door. I don't think it's going to work. It's probably going to be, like, too high-tech.
No lock to pick. Damn.
Oh, there's no lock at all to pick. Good to know. All right. Let's talk to our other companions. Maybe they can tell us something.
No?
Eh?
Should we make a joke? Lighten up the mood.
I never imagined volunteering for a search party would include free accommodation.
I must say, of everyone I have shared a jail cell with, you have the liveliest sense of humor.
Well, you know, I aim to please. Do you have anything Jake could use? Oh, this is cool. You can get like items from the companions. The guy walking would make me crazy. Yeah, he's just pacing back and forth. He's restless.
You heard Jake's plan. Got anything that might fit the bill?
I do not believe so.
Well, that sucks. Do you know what happened to the captain?
Did you see what...
Yes, though I wish I had not.
You did see?
Pinche cobarde.
That doesn't sound like a good
What
thing.
did he do?
He turned and ran.
Oh.
Took his men and abandoned us. To think I held him as a man of honor. Bastardo! Whoa!
Easy there, Phil.
Forgive me, but I cannot abide a deserter.
It takes a low sort to abandon someone who's counting on you.
That was a bit uncalled for, wasn't it? All that mess on the floor. I might be able to pick it up now, though, so that might be useful. You've been captured before?
So, this isn't the first time you've been locked up?
Certainly not. At least these people seem more hospitable to their prisoners than the Spanish.
Got any suggestions for how...
Not just yet.
What do you mean?
Something about this does not feel right. We know very little of our captors. I cannot devise anything until that changes.
I'll just be over here.
Something doesn't feel right. Is there more going on here, do you think? Let's pick up the shards then. Got something from that, so that was cool. No man left behind. Yeah. Ideally. That doesn't seem to be what
Hey,
happened.
Danny?
You might be going to get help though, for all we know. Will you stop pacing already? There you go, R1.
Could you knock it off with the pacing? It's not helping.
Sorry.
Is he just going to continue? Oh, that stopped him. You can actually stop him from pacing.
Hey, Dan.
That's cool.
Hey.
Miss Leger.
Oh, he won't talk to me anymore though. Does he only talk when he's pacing? Like what? That makes no sense. Alright, so let's try giving him some items.
Is this sharp enough for you?
It'll do, it'll do.
There's our first item. We've got the soap.
Is this pliable enough for you?
This'll do nicely.
Second item, and then the third one was like a metallic item. I'm not sure if it's the tinfoil hat or if it's the lockpicks.
Will this work for what you need?
Shiny and metallic. Perfect.
I think that's all the
I'll be
items.
a monkey's uncle. You got everything.
Sure did. Now, will you tell me about this plan of yours?
I'm bluffing our way out of here. Give me a few minutes and you'll see what I mean.
A is gonna make us a awesome contraption. What did he make?
Voila.
Oh wow. That looks awful. That is not gonna work,
Carved
surely.
a gun out of soap and wrapped it in tinfoil?
That's right.
It's creative. It's a silly idea though, I have to admit. Surely that's not gonna work. Seems the devs know what upset people. First the shooting, now the pacing. Yes, maybe the devs did it intentionally.
In all my days, I don't think I've seen anything quite so boneheaded.
And have you got any better ideas?
Suppose not.
I thought as much. Anyhow, soon as somebody comes in, I'll draw this and catch them off guard. You knock them out in the confusion, then we make our escape.
And you have confidence this will work?
These folk don't know firearms, they can't tell the difference.
But, what if...
Hello in there? I'm coming inside.
Well, ain't this fortuitous?
Is this gonna go down as we expect it to? I wonder. Let's hope this goes well.
Greetings. I'm Nadine. I've come to...
Hands up!
Is that a fake gun?
Well,
Yes?
that did not go
Don't
well.
mind my friend here. Nadine, was it?
Yes, Nadine Redbird.
This is
Harley
the
Leger.
doctor's apprentice. We heard about her from the doctor guy. Yeah, Nadine Doc Sedgwick. There she is.
Wait a minute. Weren't you Doc Sedgwick's apprentice?
That's right. You know him?
We spoke briefly. And he took care of Phil over there.
That's good. I do miss working with him.
Does that mean this is a medical call?
The chief sent me to make sure none of you were hurt. She also wants to speak with whoever's in charge of your group.
That would be me.
All due respect, sir, but after that little trick you just pulled, you're out of the running.
I'll go then.
All right, come with me.
Okay, maybe we can negotiate our way out of this. Oh, wow. Cool setting we got going on.
Harley Leger, representing the captives.
Thank you, Nadine. You may return and tend to the others.
I will.
Well, hopefully we can talk
Enter
them,
and be welcome.
you know, talk them out of it and get out of here somehow.
You may call me Chief Lutzi. I am responsible for the people of this village.
Pleasure's all mine.
You have violated the borders of the Autumn Nation, duly established by recognized treaty with your government. Miss Leger, why are you here?
I guess, what should I say? What is the answer that will get us in the least amount of trouble? We were looking for soldiers. That would be a bad idea to say. Your people attacked us. No, that's bad too, so we're just accusing them. We were just riding along with Captain Stokes. Let's maybe go for that. It doesn't sound very believable, but I guess we could just go for that.
We were only accompanying Captain Stokes on a patrol.
You serve Stokes. Curious. You do not dress like a soldier.
We have nothing to do with the fort.
Who are you then?
I'm a journalist for the Rosewater Post. My companions and I are researching Dr. Bennett Clark. We only came to Stokes to ask for help getting inside the abandoned laboratory on the other side of the valley. Thought maybe you could spare some dynamite or something. But first we had to ride with him to find First Lieutenant Mulberry and his missing men.
I see. What did he tell you of us?
Let's just say he didn't paint a very pretty picture.
Unsurprising. Do you share his opinion?
I think most people in this game have not painted a very good picture of these Indians. They say that they are territorial and violent, so I'm trying to be a little cautious. We'll have to see how well we do here. Of course not. Stokes is no friend of mine. I'm still alive and that counts for something. Shall we go against Stokes or not? Let's just say, let's go neutral. I'm still alive. That counts for something, right? They seem okay so far. They seem to be talking to us nicely, I guess.
Well, you haven't killed me yet, so I'd like to take that as a good sign.
The Autumn mean you no harm, Miss Leger. However, for months, the fort soldiers have routinely violated our borders and harassed our people. Just last night, a band of them came, led by this man, Mulberry. They attacked us in our fields and set fire to our crops.
Did they really? So, do I have to pick sides? Do I go with, like, the Indian people or with, like, the fort people? Is that what's going on? Okay. Were any of your people killed?
Were there any casualties among your people?
No deaths, although a number were burned or wounded in the fight. As for Mulberry, we captured him. He is under guard in one of our empty storehouses. Stokes has turned our village into a prison, and now he is recruiting civilians to come after us. I fear this will not end until everything we have has been turned to ash. But I cannot allow that. Something must be done.
I thought the game was about finding treasure because of the title. It is. We are on a mission to find the fortune of this guy. I forget his name. And we have to get into the laboratory to get some information about it. But like the main kind of like overarching plot is to find the fortune. It basically is a treasure hunt where we have to go and find out where he's hidden his valuables, essentially. But there's a lot going on in between. Let's see. This isn't our fight. It's not our fight. Maybe we should just stay out of it.
We're not interested in starting a war. We just wanted to get inside the lab.
I'm afraid the war has already begun. But if you assist us, we may be able to end it. And you may get what you want as well.
I'm listening.
Our scouts have observed an army wagon making regular deliveries to the fort from Rosewater. It comes in the night, when few others are willing to travel. And always it arrives a day or two after the train stops in town.
Then that would be tonight? I just arrived on the latest train into Rosewater.
Yes, exactly. I cannot know for sure, but I believe this wagon carries supplies along with weapons and munitions. The soldiers use these to strengthen themselves, then come and deprive us of what little we have. If you and your people were to obtain them, it would be to our mutual benefit. We would have a means of defense. You would have the tools to enter this laboratory, and Stokes would be deprived of his armaments.
I have to say, I am leaning towards helping the natives right now. Because, like, I mean, they kind of like the way they're talking about it is making them seem like, you know, we're just minding our own business, and then these guys are coming over and setting all our fields on fire, and I kind of feel bad for them. But I'm sure there is like another story going on here. I'm sure, like, you know, they fought back as well. I'm sure there's more that they're just not telling us. Let's see. Won't raiding an army wagon be dangerous? This is true.
You're proposing we raid a military supply wagon? That sounds awfully risky.
Our peaceableness has brought us no safety. In doing nothing, we risk extermination at the hands of these men.
Tonight, then, huh?
Tonight, or not at all. The cover of darkness will be to your advantage. Our scouts have also noted that only 2 men guard the wagon.
Guess I'd better tell the others and get to planning.
You are welcome to rest here in the meantime.
Thank you, Chief Lucy.
May the Earthmaker guide you.
I'm sure there is a way to get on a different path in this game and help the other side, but it seems I don't really have a choice here.
Everyone in good shape?
From the
Mr.
looks of it.
Hill has some minor bruising, but your friends are otherwise healthy.
Good to know. Hey, fellas, come on out here. We got some business to discuss.
The captain kind of abandoned. Yeah, that's true as well. Although we don't know it for sure.
Meeting with the chief went well.
We haven't heard from him himself, so it could all be a misunderstanding for all we know. Okay, so that's what they're called, the Odham. They aren't our enemies. We need each other's help. Stokes is worse than we thought. I hope you boys are up for a little excitement. Let's go with the bottom one. I like this idea.
Very well. In fact,
Let's hype them
came
up.
With a plan for how we can help these people and get what we're after. I hope you boys are ready for a little excitement.
Always.
Turns out the reason Mulberry didn't come back is that he was taken prisoner while conducting an unprovoked raid on this village. A raid Stokes himself ordered.
What?
Army soldiers have been crossing into Otham territory and attacking them without justification.
It's true. I have treated many of the wounded myself.
Hijo de la... We cannot let this injustice stand.
That is troubling. But what can we do about it?
Chief Lutzi suggested we hit him where it hurts, the fort's supply chain. So we'll be carrying out our own raid on a delivery wagon.
And to think just yesterday you were having reservations about robbing folk. Reckon it's true what they say about the frontier changing people.
It's odd. I feel like there's more to this story, but I'm not too sure. Maybe during the raid you can get some choice? Yeah, possibly. I'm not really sure exactly how the choices are affecting, you know, the game as I go along. It's not really very obvious. It basically says all the same things anyway, doesn't it? This is our best chance.
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Does
Bill
indeed.
needs dynamite to get into the lab. This is our chance to get it.
And help these people too, right?
Of course, but we've got to consider our needs too. Now listen up, because we've got some preparations to make. And the wagon will be coming through tonight, according to the chief. We can get the munitions Phil needs to get us into the lab, along with some weapons and supplies for the Otham.
Ah, the old 1-2 punch. I like it.
Only question is, what's the best approach?
I'm thinking we create a distraction. We get the wagon to stop, then you and I keep the driver occupied while Danny and Phil sneak the stuff out.
I prefer a more direct approach. You said the wagon was poorly guarded, eh? We have enough fighters to overpower them. When they see they are outmatched, we should be able to take what we need without firing a shot.
Wouldn't it be better to do this without drawing any attention? You could set up a roadblock, then sneak out what you need while they investigate.
All good plans. Have you got anything, Danny?
No, but I think we should be careful. Something like this could so easily go wrong.
So, what's it going to be?
It does seem like a risky kind of thing to do. We got options here. So we can use Jake to distract the driver while Danny and Phil loot the wagon. Phil can attack the wagon directly, or Nadine can create a roadblock and sneak the supplies out. I wonder which one is the less risky option. I think attacking the wagon directly is probably the most riskiest option. If we're doing this one with Jake, Danny and Phil, then we're risking 3 different people. If we just use Nadine, we're only risking her. And to be honest, I don't really know her that well anyway, so I think I'll go for this option. It seems like the best one to go for right now. She might end up dying though, she's on her own. Who knows?
Let's go with Nadine's suggestion.
I do think it's best if none of us are seen committing this act of banditry.
Agreed. This is a stealth job. Nadine and I will search the wagon. You boys hang back and take whatever we unload. Well, we better get ready. Let's hope this goes off without a hitch.
I took the discreet option. I think I'm going with Nadine. Poor Nadine. We'll make sure she's okay, hopefully. That is a weird looking...
crap in the road. Oh, pay me enough for this.
That was a really weird looking vehicle.
We should hurry. I don't think we'll have long.
Okay, let's just get the supplies and get out of here. I'm not going to take long at all.
Just a bunch of uniforms.
There is dynamite right there, right? Can we just take that?
Help me with this, would you, Nadine?
And there we go. I guess we can open this treasure chest.
Jackpot. Here's some dynamite. And a good cache of firearms. These should serve the Otham well. There's also a letter.
What does it say?
It's a manifest. Hang on. Here's the combination for that safe.
Whatever you do, be quick.
A combination for the safe? Is it this one? No, it's not that one. Okay, let's just open the safe. Maybe it'll just give me the number already.
I'll be damned.
What is it?
Bars of Aurum. Lots of them.
Odd. Why deliver these to the fort?
Good question. Too bad they're marked. We could have had a nice payday, but at least there's a bit of loose cash in here.
We haven't much time left.
Should we just leave? I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. I don't know.
Nadine, help me unload this.
I feel like I'm taking a bit of a risk here. This is not a train, that's true.
Let's roll this out to the boys.
Alright.
Hey, did you see these crates over here?
What about them?
They're all marked Rosewater.
Isn't this delivery coming from Rosewater?
Yeah, that's very odd.
We should go. The guards won't be distracted forever.
Right. Let's get out of here.
Whew, we did not get caught, so that went really well.
You have come back to us. Did you obtain what you needed?
Yes, with this dynamite, getting into the lab will be quite easy.
Then I am glad the raid proved fruitful.
Chief Lutzi, I am curious. Now that you can arm your people, what is your plan?
I can certainly understand your curiosity, General Marquez.
You know me?
We are close enough to the new Spanish border to keep informed of current events. To answer your question, we will defend ourselves. Peace has not worked against those who wish to harm us, so we must answer them with force.
You strike me as a wise and capable leader, but allow me to offer one piece of advice. Do not underestimate your enemy. Nothing angers a tyrant like a show of resistance.
I appreciate it, General, but I believe we will overcome.
I truly hope you do.
We found something else. A safe filled with Aurum bars.
And you did not take any?
They were all marked. Traceable. We'd have no use for them.
Caramba. It's always something, isn't it?
The last thing we need is the Royals on us for stealing their Aurum.
The Royal Police? Nah, out here they'd send in the army. Or God forbid, the Blackburns.
The Union Busters?
Unions, heads, you name it.
The big question is, why send Aurum to the fort?
An intriguing line of inquiry, but I ain't sure the fort's dealings should concern us.
Perhaps not. But I am curious as well. Something unusual is happening here. Stokes was all too happy to aid our cause before my exile. Now he acts like a stranger. It cannot be a coincidence. I am going to charge my Lieutenant General with finding out more about these shipments.
Chasing more wagons full of aurum?
Something like that. It is clear there will be no more aid from Stokes now. And I still have an army to outfit. Perhaps we will find something we can actually keep.
If money's what you're after, maybe you'd entertain the notion of joining our posse. That goes for you too, Miss Redbird.
What are you talking about?
I'll explain everything on the way back to the lab. Danny, you stay here and help unload the supplies. You can give Nadine the lowdown. Come meet us at the lab when you're done.
Will do.
I am sending one of our hunters to return Mulberry to the fort. He can show you the way back.
Much appreciated. Right, let's get a move on. You coming with us, Miss Leger?
Of course we are. So I wonder if this is our 5 companions, because you're supposed to have 5 companions when going through this game. I wonder if there's like different ones that you can get as well, instead of having the ones that I've got. I'm not too sure. This guy talks too much, revealing everything. They do talk a lot in this game. I assume it's the equivalent of gold. Just heat them up into a new ingot. That's a good point. Why don't they do that? Just, yeah, that might work. I never thought of it that way, actually. They should have had you on the team. On the posse. Alright, let's go then. We need to go into the lab, right? So, let's see. I wouldn't want to miss the explosion. It is time to blast our way through. It's gonna be great. I'm excited to see what's in there. We're going into like some kind of laboratory. I have no idea what they could have been doing in there. Could be some crazy experiments or something, for all we know.
And missing all the fireworks when you finally set them off? I think not. And can it with the Miss Leger bunk? It's Harley.
Duly noted. Now let's get going.
Just one more thing before you go, Harley. You said you were a journalist, yes?
That's right.
Do you believe the townspeople would take an interest in our cause?
Some might. I can certainly tell my employer about the treatment you've received.
Please do. I have a statement I would like you to carry back. The Autumn are a peaceful people. We wish to be your good neighbors and friends. But if a Vespuccian soldier or any other person comes with violent intent to harm us, we will do what we must to protect our people.
Got it. Would you be willing to sit for an interview with someone from the post?
Gladly. My words are for all who will listen with open hearts.
I'll make sure your message is received.
Thank you.
Why do I feel like this is all like too good to be true and there's like some more going on with these native people? I don't know. Oh gosh. Oh, this is where we got ambushed.
Thanks for showing us back, partner. We can take it from here.
The scene of the crime. Alright.
Well, would you look at that?
Get your hat back. It's very important.
I think I'd be seeing old Jesse again. I'm keeping this arrowhead as a good luck charm. And who knows? Maybe some collector out there would be interested in acquiring the arrowhead that nearly wiped out Gentleman Jake.
Híjole. Is he always like this?
Unfortunately. He is, yes. You probably play so much games like you are doubting everyone at every corner. Yeah, possibly. It might be that. I do play a lot of games.
Go for the Autumn now that they have firearms.
Well enough, I hope. Provided they don't point them at us.
But maybe I'm just overthinking it. Maybe they are good people, you know? We'll have to see.
I shouldn't leave this here.
We'll just take
It's
this
good
flag.
to see someone who respects their country.
Okay.
Fort Beaumont's parade flag, looking worse for wear.
Not sure what we're going to do with that, but I'm sure we'll find some use.
Wonder how things will go for the Autumn now that they have firearms.
Well enough, I hope. Provided they don't point them at us.
It's a good point. We've just supplied natives with firearms. Is this good or bad? I guess only time will tell.
Hey, Phil?
What about?
Let's do some talking. What can I ask you about? What happened at the Rosewater post?
I have to ask.
Yeah,
What
you
went on
got
at the
chucked
Rosewater
out a window.
That so-called newspaper editor dared to write that the People's Revolution was over. That we had been crushed by the forces of the Spanish army. Defeated. We will not abandon our cause. I demanded a correction. What did I get instead? A defenestration.
Rough break.
Yes.
And that's why he got chucked out the window. Well, that kind of sucks. Like, it should have been her that got chucked out the window. You know? He just wanted to correct the false information. I guess, like, you know, newspaper articles are like that sometimes. Alright, what brought you to this place?
So how did you wind up here in Vespuccia?
That is a very long story, and I do not wish to relate it now. Perhaps another time?
Fair enough. Right? Carrie?
Okay, he's very tight-lipped and private, I suppose.
Can we talk?
What do you suppose will happen to him now that they're...
I have no idea what will happen to them. They'll be able to defend themselves. Here's hoping.
I don't know. But at least they have a fighting chance now.
If Stokes attacks and they successfully fend him off, then perhaps he will leave them alone. But it will certainly not happen without bloodshed.
Well, best of luck to him.
Enough jabber. Let's push on.
Alright, let's go to the lab. I think I've exhausted all the dialogue options.
You're quite certain you know what you're doing?
Just leave everything to me and stand far, far back.
Bombs away! Let's create destruction and mayhem. Here he goes. Oh, he's getting out of dodge fast. I would too. Did it work? Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful.
Impressive work there, Phil.
Gracias.
And an explosion will certainly liven up your article. Eh, Harley?
Indeed it will. I hope there is more that would make the story much more interesting. Oh, like more companions? Is that what you mean? That would be cool, yeah. Not sure if I'll have any more dialogue now that we're here.
Hey,
What up?
Might not be much. Where did you learn about explosives?
how did you become so proficient with explosives?
The science of it always fascinated me. Even as a child, I read a great deal about mining and demolitions. The lessons were invaluable. So, when my parents sent me to university, I studied civil engineering. Most people do not realize just how much care must be taken when dealing with dynamite.
Hang on. You have a university education?
Of course. Does this surprise you?
No, I just didn't think a revolutionary would have a degree.
Well, I do. From the Escuela Superior de Ingenieros in Madrid.
Right? Carry on.
Well, we found some information about him, but I don't think it'll be very useful to
How
us.
are you hold-
Oh,
But you never know. Alright, let's go inside.